Hey, it's JJ. How we doing? Yes, it's another video from JJ's Bush Shack Shed. Why not? If I'm doing videos on a crap day, let's do 2 or 3 of them, and this is the 3rd of them. So, what's this video about? Don't be a gear snob. Do not be a gear snob, and that's on both sides of the spectrum. You see it all the time, and it really grips my shit. It does. Gear snobs, okay, and that's on both ends of the spectrum. Okay, let's start with the top end of the spectrum. Gear snobs at the top end of the spectrum. People that just belittle people with their cheaper kit. Okay, gear snobs at the top end of the spectrum are generally given, yeah, loads of really top end kit. Okay, all right, I get given kit, okay, but I also use low end stuff as well. Gear snobs at the top end, the high spec top end of that spectrum, that literally belittle people because they literally have the most basic items of kit. I'm going to state this right here: the most basic items of kit are sometimes the best items of kit, and I'll tell you why that is. Because if it fails you and you haven't spent a huge amount of money and it fails and it rips or it breaks or you lose it, fair, doesn't matter, go and buy another one. Didn't cost me much in the first place, bro. Not a problem. Okay, people at the top end of the spec. Let's talk about tents. These people really go on about their tents. Man, it's like 200 grams. 5 mice weigh more than that, man. Okay, it's the only tent that can withstand 200-mile-an-hour winds on a Welsh hillside, man. Bullshit, man. I'll tell you, some of the best tents are the ones that don't cost a lot. Okay, don't get me wrong. I've got a 200-pound plus Snug Pack Scorpion 2, which I absolutely love, and it's absolutely awesome. It's fantastic. Can take a beating, not a problem. Not a problem at all. But I tell you what, go to a really well-known outdoors brand, go outdoors, and get yourself an OEX. I've got a couple of OEX tents that basically cost you 50, 60 quid. Bobcat, Raccoon, those are 2 that are absolutely amazing. Ant survived the night, and he uses them, absolutely rates them above all these other tents. They have taken an absolute battering. Doesn't cost a fortune. Why are they cheap? Because they churn them out. Yeah, top end stuff is not always the best. Do you know what? I get given some great knives. Yeah, this is like 160, 170 pound knife. Absolutely fantastic. Let's just grab one random one there. Look at that. Look at that. 30 quid Moira. Absolutely love this. Absolutely fantastic. Do the job that does. Obviously, that's a bit more robust. And that, do you know what? £12 Opinel. What number's this? It's a number 8. Fantastic little knife. Can't fault it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with cheap end kit. Okay, and that goes with everything. Yeah, lights. Yeah. So I've got, I'm not gonna lie, I got given this. This is the Brynite P28 Oathkeeper. 120 odd quid tactical flashlight. Bloody brilliant. But I tell you what, nothing wrong with just a little camp light. Yeah, from Decathlon. Yeah. Everyone's seen these, everyone's got one of these. This little sun blesser light, 10, 15 quid, do the job just as well. Do you know what? Nothing wrong with having a nice UTO candle lantern. Gives off a lovely ambient light. Yeah, lovely. £1 tea lantern in a cut down empty beer can will do just as well. So, top end kit doesn't always have to be the best than that. If you're constantly shouting about it's the best, it's the best, it's the best, dude, get over it. There are people out there that literally cannot afford that stuff. Okay, times are hard, money is short, not everyone can justify that kit, and that's certainly true if you're new and getting into the outdoors, you don't know what to buy. You'll go out, you'll get some recommendations, but you literally cannot, you don't know if you're going to continue that journey into the outdoors. You might only do 1 trip a year, 2 trips a year, okay? As you progress, you'll learn what kit works for you, yeah? You'll start to invest a little bit more money. But sometimes those first basic purchases are what is going to set your stall to being an outdoors person in bushcraft, wild camping, whatever, okay? Not everyone can afford the top end kit. So all those people at the top that just belittle people, wind your neck in, yeah? And just remember where you started from. Can't stand people like that. Let's talk about the people at the bottom end of the spectrum. I don't need to show you all that stuff again because it all crossovers and correlates. People at the bottom end of the spectrum that just knock people that spend a lot of money, yeah? You can be just as bad, okay? A lot of these people that have spent a lot of money, and not everyone that has top end kit is a reviewer, okay? They don't always get given stuff. Some of these people that are buying the best stuff do it for a good reason, because they are literally constantly out there, constantly pushing themselves, constantly out pushing themselves, their kit, their endurance, the extremes of whether it's their tents, their boots, their clothing, okay? They're spending their life outdoors. They know what works for them and they can justify that, all right? So if you're down at that bottom end of the spectrum and you're knocking people at the top, don't do it, okay? Because one day you're eventually going to find yourself slowly moving up that sort of level. We all do it. We all start off on basic, okay? And I still use basic, but I have stuff that's right at the top. But generally, most of my stuff's right in the middle. Why is that? Because I like spendy stuff. And I also like cheap stuff. Don't be a gear snob. This is a little bit of a rant. I'm going to calm myself down. Calm myself down, JJ. It's all good. Listen, whatever kit you end up buying, make it the best for you. It's only you that's using it unless you're loaning it out to your mates, and that's a different story. Just make sure you get it back in the condition you gave it to them. Get the kit that you can afford, yeah? Try it out. See what works for you, okay? I don't buy £300 jackets, £400 tents, but I don't buy £1 spoons, okay? Well, there's nothing wrong with a £1 spoon, but you see where I'm getting at. Don't be a gear snob. Certainly don't do it on social media, because people will be all over you. We should be a community, bro. Peace, yeah? Let's all be happy with a kit. Find what works for you, justify what you can spend, and that's it. Don't be a gear snob. Thanks for tuning in. Gonna go and sharpen a knife. Might polish a boot. Might go and get another cup of tea. Don't be a gear snob. There's no need for it. Okay? Social media is bad enough without mocking people for what they buy. Okay? Might be a giveaway coming up soon.